Hello and welcome to yet another movie review with me. Today I'm going to be reviewing a movie called Shaina. It's a Zimbabwean movie, and let's get started. Shaina is one of the best modern day Zimbabwean films, in my opinion. It has the potential to single handedly rejuvenate the Zimbabwean film industry. It was written by Usaid and it was directed by Beauty Mashawe Alt, and it has a total runtime of about 90 minutes, which makes for really comfortable viewing. The film is centered around the life of Shaina, Shine and her three friends, Busi, Stella, and Faro, a group of young women going through life trying to overcome the obstacles that come along with each passing day. We follow this group of friends as they navigate and juggle the complexities of life together. The story is told with beautiful images that speak to the greatness that can be achieved when people, ideas, and resources combine well. The film is set somewhere in Zimbabwe, but I believe ultimately that it was shot in the majority of it was shot in South Africa. So it's actually a social commentary that touches on multiple complex themes which are tracked and highlighted throughout the film. The story does not waste a single shot and utilizes each and every frame in the whole 90 minutes to good effect, and it's, in my humble opinion, truly a work of art. Each frame, each shot, each transition is executed with uh, purpose and attention to detail. And this is something that I found engaging the entire time I watched the film. It touches on many other themes, but its core premise is that it's a film that seeks to empower young women by merely highlighting the some of the familiar day-to-day challenges that they face. The film itself was a unique multinational collaborative effort. It was funded by Usaid with a budget of a whopping 1.2 US million dollars, and was produced by the SA company, South African company, Quizzical Pictures. Now, this is the same company that brought us the likes of Diamond City, Intersections, MTV Sugar Down South, just to name a few. The majority of the cast is Zimbabwean, and it does make for amusing viewing. And I have no doubt that it will make it onto a global streaming platform, um, the likes of either Netflix or Showmax. At least it's the way that it has at least three generations of actors and actresses in its cast, and it starts off by paying homage to, you know, the pioneers with the likes of Jesesi Mungoshi being cast as grandmother to the young protagonist Shaina, who's played by the young and talented Wilmah Munemera. In between, we have a crop of the reigning veterans in key supporting roles, the likes of Sandifolo, Leroy, Gopal, Charmaine, Munjeri, people currently holding down the film industry. And in this film, they're using their vast wealth of wisdom and experience, um, guiding and ushering the younger generation. You even get a familiar face, the likes of Kengi from back in the studio 263 Days, um, making an appearance. The film was initially released in August 2020 with initial viewings on ZBC TV and YouTube and Facebook. I like that it's a movie full of vibrant colors and that is just world class quality. The vibrancy is something that I associate with Africa. The sun is out. There's not a cloud in sight, and people are wearing their African attires. Anything that's touched by the sun is going to be a vibrant color. The production team really put effort into the set design and the color schemes, and it's these little things and the attention to detail that normally get lost when when it's a low budget film. Um, and one thing that I enjoyed was that they lit the night scenes in a warm orange color. It sort of replicates the color, similar to when you light, if something is lit by the fire, for example, or those orangey type tower lights that they used to have in Zimbabwe back in the day. And motivating their night scenes in this way just shows a certain level of familiarity with the environment in which you're shooting this film. And they also mastered the art of lighting black skin, not shying away from blowing out highlights or using the black skin in all its super reflective glory. The acting itself is really world class, and you only have to see the behind the scenes footage to get a real sense, and appreciate the scale of the set and the crew and what these young actors and actresses had to work with, and they were delivering brilliantly. Last but not least, I like that the imagery is familiar. Now, as a Zimbabwean in the diaspora, I'm always drawn to things that, you know, evoke that sense of nostalgia in myself, and I think it's just one of those longing, that sense of longing, always trying to numb the dull, aching homesickness that I always have within me. I also like the level of professionalism involved in making of this film, and it literally has the potential to be, to be useful in catapulting the momentum around the growing Zimbabwean film industry into a competitive one. Because we do have talent, we do have ideas. One only has to look at at social media to realize the depth and breadth of this talent, and it just highlights how the lack of resources has stifled that industry. And if resources weren't an issue, there's enough talent to quite literally make the industry shine. The other thing that I like about this story is that it tells a story from an Afrocentric perspective. The setting's familiar, the stories and the lived experiences of the characters are all ingrained in the culture, and I believe that many Africans would identify with this. And it does not try to imitate Hollywood, for example, because let's face it, if they did try to imitate Hollywood, it would simply fail. It would always feel like a cheap imitation. If I were to criticize, and I'm being harsh in this respect, not every African film has to be about war or poverty or HIV. I believe in health promotion as much as the next person, but using HIV as a theme in Shaina just renders it into those one sort of single story films, because HIV has been talked about for a long time, and we've seen it a lot. We've seen its devastating effects. But, like I said, I'm just being nitpicky. It is important. I do understand that. So, here we are. Anyways, this is the end of the review. I do recommend that you watch Shaina. It is absolutely a beautiful movie. One of the best. And I literally just can't wait to see these young actors and actresses, blossoming and becoming greater.